What up, TikTok? Simple One Simple Cross coming to the late night Tuesday haul. Granted, no action figures. There's some comics I ordered from a comic shop in Texas called mycomicshop.com, also known as Lone Star Comics. They mainly just they don't actually have an actual store. It's more of a warehouse where they ship from the actual warehouse. So their main store is basically all online. Great place to shop if you guys are really into comics and there's back issues or something like that that you really are trying to find. Not only will they, if they don't have it on the website, they'll give you a link to, say, eBay, to where you can actually find the issue. So not a lot that I got, just a few issues that either I was missing from some collections I had, and I just recently started when I started redoing comics again, or there was something that I really, really wanted. The first one, I've got all 4 issues now. It's only a 4-issue comic. It's called The Crow Dead Time. Don't know much about it. I am a massive Crow fan, as you all know, so I had to get into this. I have issue 1 and issue 2. I do have 3 and 4 already that I got from a local comic store here called Impulse Creations is what it's called. So I have the last 2 issues from this. I have 3 and 4. I just needed 1 and 2, and now I've finished that collection, so now I can finally read it. But I was curious about the comic. Like I said, I am a massive Crow fan, so this was kind of a no-brainer. The next one also is kind of a no-brainer, considering y'all know how much of a Ninja Turtle fan I am. So I got issue from 1 from Impulse Creations here in Tulsa, but I found the rest of the issues too. I think there's like 7 issues total. There was only 2 issues I was missing. Issue 2 and issue 6. So I kind of like this cover. It looks really, really good. I also like issue 2's cover. Mikey's all wounded. Been curious about this. I've been wanting to read this series, but again, I was missing these 2 comics. And I don't know about the rest of you, but if I don't have the entire run, I kind of don't read it until I actually get the entire thing, so that way I can do it in order and I don't have to wait. So now I can finish this. The next one is about my certain wall of my favorite hero. He's right there. My favorite anti-hero. So when there was some new books came out, the couple that I showed you, Nyx, and then the forget the girl's name. I was really curious about those, but there was one I was really curious about, and he's one of my favorite heroes. And I just recently got the Kickstarter spawn. So I have right now up to issue 4 of Medieval Spawn. And if you notice, this one still has a sticker on it. There's a reason for that. It's going on the wall. And granted, this one probably won't be worth a whole lot of money, but I don't care. I love the cover of it. That is just brutal. I love that cover. That's why it's going up on my spawn wall. So that's why it's still in the bag and board that my comic shop put it in. The rest of them I rebagged and boarded. Yes, I'm very picky when it comes to my bags and boards. This, see the little loosiness? It is no bueno for me. If they're not nice and tight, the comic's not protected to me. It's just me. I'm not saying that's how you have to do it, just that's just how I am. the bag and board have to be tight against the comic to where it's not bouncing all over the place. Just me. So here's the issue that I will be reading. Still a great looking cover, black and white. Just the other cover to me looked just so much better. But this is the one I'm putting in my Spawn box. But that's the issue I will be reading. It is drawn by McFarlane. It's issue 1. Issue 2. They kind of cheated a little bit and actually looked at the art inside, and I miss Brett. I miss Brett Booth. Here's issue 3, which I really do love the cover. I mean, look at the detail he did on the friggin' suit and the armor and everything. It just looks wicked. Now, if this guy would have done the art in the comic, I would have loved it even more. And then finally, issue 4. Again, this is one of the covers I picked because it looks wicked. I love the detail of the artwork. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the actual artwork in the comic itself. But yes, I am a bit of a comic artwork snob when it comes to that. And I try not to be, but there's times where if the artwork doesn't match the cover or is not as good as the cover, I mean, you have to remember, I grew up on 90s comics where the actual comic artist that did the comic did the actual comic cover, not some random person. You know what I mean? Can we go back to that, where the actual comic artist that does the actual comic book does the actual comic everything? It's just me. It's just how I am. Like I said, you have to remember, I got into comics in about the 90s. A little bit here and there on the 80s, but mostly 90s. This was the comics I was into. Specifically from the whole X-Men run, the Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Rob Liefeld, and all them did, into the created Image comics, which I was the Image boy. I was a massive Image fan. I mean, hello. Still got my Spawn figures. So, I was very much into that. I was a big Image fan. It's one of the reasons why I do like Image, because a lot of their artists does do everything, and a lot of it is more creator owned than, say, Marvel or DC. But that's my little rant about comics, because, you know, it's one of the reasons why I'm kind of like, But I am trying to get back into comics because it's a lot cheaper than action figures, even though we're not going to say how much I spend on comics. But I do have one of my wall hangers, which let me show you. So when I say wall hanger, that's what I'm talking about, or even those. So I ordered one for that one Spawn book, and he's going up there with the rest of them right next to Rat City and Monolith. Just something I do, especially with number ones. I've just, for some reason, been building a number one wall for Spawn. Don't ask me why, just because I even have Rat City number one, Monolith number one. So, just something I've been doing lately. But that's my video for tonight. I gotta work, I'm tired, so I'm gonna go chill out for the rest of the night, and yeah, go back to the grind tomorrow. Until next time, same sin channel, same sinful time. I don't know. Trying something different. Stay sinful, guys. Bye.